Less than 30 minutes ago, President Donald Trump signed legislation that guarantees back pay for furloughed federal workers. This, as the country's longest shutdown drags into day 26. However, federal workers won't see a dime until the government reopens. Here at home, it's being treated as a disaster. Those furloughed workers are now struggling to put food on the table. And News Channel 5's Ryan Hughes live in Boynton Beach with how one group is stepping up to help. Ryan?
And Kelly, Feeding South Florida feeds about 25% of the state in need of assistance. That percentage now getting higher because of the government shutdown. And this is the pantry room. This is where some of those families come to pick up canned goods and food free of charge. But over here you can see some of these shelves are now getting empty, and this food bank now putting out a call for help. They were one of the first organizations to deploy to the Panhandle during Hurricane Michael. But now, South Florida's largest food bank is the one in need of help back home.
Feeding South Florida is treating this as a disaster.
The impacts from the government shutdown are directly being felt inside this warehouse.
We're seeing an increase in reliance on our services. Families who have never been in need before are now coming to us looking for the basics like food.
The food bank is now helping some 2,600 TSA workers that are furloughed, Coast Guard members, and courthouse employees. With the growing demand, these volunteers are kicking it into high gear, sorting food and household items.
Especially with this government shutdown. It's horrifying that people don't have enough to eat.
But Feeding South Florida is now in need of more hands, more volunteers.
And this is what our volunteers are able to sort through.
And since reimbursements for federal commodity programs are no longer coming in, Feeding South Florida is also asking for monetary donations to help assist families who are working without a paycheck.
So by coming to Feeding South Florida, they can get food, and then we're also able to, connect them with some of our sister nonprofits in the area for other resources like housing assistance.
And Feeding South Florida has already made distributions at Fort Lauderdale and Miami International Airports, and we're told it's now working on setting one up at PBI. If you would like to donate or to volunteer, you can find that information on our website. Just click on this story at WPTV.com. We're live tonight in Boynton Beach. Ryan Hughes, WPTV News Channel 5.